Hello, guys, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering. All Magic the Gathering video here on Brave Time Leap. Today, I have for us two pre-release packs for Aether Revolt, which just launched Friday, gone, and also I ordered some stuff from a local company in London, North London, called Magic Madhouse. I want to first by here saying we are not affiliated with this company at all. We're not sponsored by them. I just simply like their stuff because I can get it at good value. I do support my local LGS for singles and stuff, but for bulk buys, I generally go with these guys because I can get a good deal being a student and all. I like to save money. So first off, I think instead of doing the packs, I'm gonna open this box here because I have some packs as well, I believe. So let's find out what exactly this order is. I should have in delivery this. Now, when this goes out, the Tuesday coming for when this goes out, depending on whenever you've been at, whenever sort of like you're watching this, the video may already be out of it, but I have a couple more bits coming. So even more pack racks for both Kaladesh and Aether Revolt. I'm just opening the box here. Kind of wish I had my box knife from work, but I do not. Now let's see. So shitty bubble wrap, more shitty bubble wrap, shitty bubble wrap, and let's start this off small. Let's see how they've done this. So within this, I should have two cards. Yes, I have a Scavenging Ooze, which I need for my pre-release, my modern deck. And I also have Maelstrom Wanderer for making a Maelstrom Wanderer deck. So I'm just going to read this guy. So Maelstrom Wanderer, fucking badass. Excuse my language. Creatures I control have haste. He also has double cascade. So you cascade once, then you cascade again. He's a 7/5 and you summon him for green, red, blue. I cannot remember the name for that, the clan. And 5 generic. And then Scavenging Ooze is this guy. Do this will be easier for you to see. So I have him and him. Both of them. Got both of them. And excuse me. And the other bits I should have is a Invent Superiority, mostly for some of the stuff in it, and I'll probably mod this. White, blue, red, black, red. I am going to make this a really fun artifact deck using Tezzeret. I have some stuff out of the new Aether Revolt set, which will work fun with him. And then finishing off 2 bundles. So in total I have 32 total 32 packs to crack. I am probably not going to crack them all on camera. Might do it. Well, I do the pre-release stuff definitely because we have all the promos. Bundles, maybe not. Put a little mouth from there. So starting off with the first one. Get the bin out. Keep the open sleeve bit. Open this bit. So obviously, as usual, we get a dice. Cute, cool little chest to put your dice in. We get some stuff, just some instructions on how to play sealed properly. And we have a promo. I'm not revealing that to you yet. And there goes the box. And then we have our packs here. So 2 Kaladesh and 4 Aether Revolt. Let's start with our promo. So here, probably haven't been broadcasting the picture. So yeah, so we got bundles. You can hear the dice shaking around. Open a pre-release pack, click out the crap. We have our promo and our boosters. Just gonna open up the promo because I kind of need to put them in my folder. Here we go. So the first card, the promo of the pack. We have here a Karizev Skyship Raider. She is a 1/1 legendary creature. Just a 1 red. Human pirate. She is a rare. She has first strike and menace, and when she attacks, create a legendary 2/1 red monkey creature token named Ragavan that's tapped and attacking. Exile that token at the end of combat. So, fun pirate. Let's open the Kaladesh first, I think. So, opening up the Kaladesh. Discarding the fodder. So just continuing here, we have Avery Mechanic, Eager Construct. Just going to go through these guys quickly. Winddrake, Thriving Rats, Tasseled Dromedary, High Tide Hermit, Pima Outrider, Prophetic Prism, Hijack, Attune with the Ether. Oh. And we're on to the uncommons now. First uncommon is a Foundry Inspector. Artifact creature construct for 3 generic artifact creatures. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Oh, might go in the Braille deck. Next up is a Disappearing Act. As an additional, it's a blue 1 generic instant. As an additional cost to cast Disappearing Act, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand and counter target spell. And next we have a fretwork colony. It is a one swamp, one colorless insect creature. It cannot block, but at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/1 counter on fretwork colony and lose a life. And finally, the rare is a captured by the consulate. Enchant creature you don't control. Enchanted creature can't attack whenever your opponent casts a spell. If it has a single target, change the target to enchanted creature if able. Yeah, so not bad. I'm just going to broadcast a smaller video now as well, just so you get me in the corner, because I've forgotten to do that. Silly me. But other than that, that is the first Kaladesh pack cracked. Time for the second. I'm, for interest of time, I'm just going to skip straight to the uncommons and rares, because that's what we care about. There we go. I'll have a look at these while we're going along. I left in the fodder. So first up, we have Furious Reprisal, and it deals 2 damage to each of 2 target creatures and or players. Oh, the rest of these, they're all right. They're all right commons. Probably could work something from that. Next up is a Servant of the Conduit. I run one of these in my standard deck, my energy standard deck. It is, so when it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy, and then you can tap it and pay 1 energy to add 1 mana of any color in your mana pool. It's useful. It's a mana rock. I run green, red, so if I'm down any red, pay 1 green, pay 1 energy. Oh, tap for red. It's kind of like a I can't remember the name of the land. Ether Hub. It's kind of like an Ether Hub, but instead of a land, it's a creature, and also you get more energy rather than just 1 energy. Next up is Contraband Kingpin. He might go into the Breyer deck because it's not because he works with artifacts. So whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, I scry 1. And next is the rare, which is a Girapur Ori. Each player may pay an additional land on each of his or her turn. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, each player's upkeep, that player has no cards. They draw 3 cards. Pretty useful if you've run out of cards in hand, I guess. Now we're on to the Aether Revolt. If I get any what are they called? Masterpieces, that would be amazing. That would be so amazing. Especially to crack one on camera. Ooh, excuse me. There we go. Missed the bin. Let's see. It's crap. Oh. Okay. Okay. Moving swiftly to the past the uncommons. You can work him into it. I'll have a look at my artifact creatures that I have. Here we go. First up is a Morphist Revolutionary for 2 green and 1 generic. You can summon a creature with the 3/3 trample, and when it enters the battlefield or dies, each kind of counter on target permanent or player give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. So in infect decks, the poison counters, that'd help for that. Just powering up your creatures and creatures and creatures, just power up. Just add an extra counter. So in a standard deck, you just put 4 of him in. He goes in. He goes in. You get an extra counter. He dies. You get an extra counter. Not bad. Next up is Crackdown Construct. It is a 1? Oh no, it's a 4. My bad. It's a 4 generic for an artifact creature that's 2/2. Whenever you activate an ability of an artifact or creature that isn't a mana ability, Crackdown Construct gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Not bad, not bad. Again, artifact creature probably could work in Breya. I'll have to see. Next up is a 1 blue, 1 generic Skyship Plunderer. It is a 2/1 creature with flying, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, for each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. So this here is similar to our Morphist Revolutionary, but it's when it attacks. And finally up, we have Hope of Ghirapur. It's a legendary artifact creature. For 1 generic, it's a flock with flying. Sacrifice Hope of Ghirapur until your next turn. I'm sorry about the quality of the video. It's going a bit here, there, and everywhere at the moment. So sacrifice Hope of Ghirapur until your next turn. Target player who has dealt combat damage by Hope of Ghirapur this turn can't cast non-creature spells. Not bad. Don't think that would go in a deck that I have. Maybe, maybe not. Right. Next one. Yeah, I've decided I'm not cracking open these bundles on on camera because this is going to be long as it is. Having to undo all these. Getting down into the good stuff. We start here with a single black. Gonti's Machinations. Whenever you lose life for the first time each turn, you get an energy. Pay 2 energy, sack Gonti's Machinations, and each opponent loses 3 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. So if this is ran in a commander deck, you've just given yourself 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 life potentially. Not bad. Next up is Consulate Dreadnought. It is a vehicle. You summon it in for 1 generic and crew it for 6 power. And it's a 7/11. It's a 7/11. It's open all hours. It's a 7/11. Next up, we have an instant here, which is a Fatal Push for 1 swamp, 1 black. Destroy target creature if it has converted cost 2 or less. Revolt. Destroy that creature if it has converted mana cost 4 or less. Instead, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn. And finally, we have such a useful card. This thing helps me in pre-release. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control, and you may cast a card with converted mana cost 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Pretty nifty. And the other stuff is just the fodder. Stick that there. Take this. Let's do this. There we go. Oh, right. I'm going to start this off with the foil I got. So planes. I got a foil planes. I already have a foil planes. I have quite a few foil planes. And yep. So this lot here, we have some more. We have what's it? Restoration Specialist. He is 1 generic 1 white creature. 2/1. Pay 1 white and sack Specialist. Return up to 1 target artifact card and up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad. Retrieval is always useful. Rogue Refiner, 1 white, 1 colorless, 1 generic, 1 green, 1 blue. I think that's Simar. I think green blue is Simar. When Rogue Refiner enters the battlefield, draw a card and you get 2 energy. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. Next up is a Trophy Mage that I accidentally pulled with the freaking Simar. 1 blue, 2 generic creature, 2/2. When enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 3. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. Finally, we have Release the Gremlins. Destroy X target artifacts. Create X 2/2 red gremlin artifact creature tokens. Not artifact creature tokens. 2/2 red creature gremlin creature tokens. My bad. It's late. I'm getting tired. I have a big pile of rares going on there. But I'm going to crack all these tonight, sort it out. All the usual stuff. Yeah, and one of the pre-release packs, I just kept getting foil. I got a foil land. I got one of the foil Kaladeshi lands. Amazing. So in this one, we have first up Airdrop Aeronauts. It's 2 white, 3 colorless, flying creature with 4/4. Revolt ability. So when it enters the battlefield, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, you get 5 life. Not bad. Oh, a Daredevil Dragster. At the end of each combat, it's a 3/3, 3 generic, 4/4 vehicle that's crew 2. So at the end combat, if it was attacked or blocked, this combat rusty counter on it. There you go. It's just a Daredevil Dragster. You guys should know what it does. Next up, we have a 1 blue, 4 generic crab. Salvage Scuttler, 4/4. You can see what he does there. So whenever he attacks, return an artifact you control to its owner's hand. Oh, looky here. I got this card as a promo. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hand. You may cast a card with converted card mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. That might indeed go in the Tezzeret deck that I'm modding. You saw the video of that, maybe, hopefully, the other day. Now we're on to our second pre-release pack. Second pre-release pack. I don't know why I'm singing. I just felt like it. I just got a bit excited there. Right, move them aside. Put this here. Take the a green dice. This I've not had a green. Oh, that's quite nice dice. Not had one like this before yet. So first time. Huh. Fine. There we go. Right. Start off the promo with a card that I really don't want. I don't like the card. That's the thing. It just doesn't work in anything that I would run. Try not to bend it. It's this guy, Grimbout Rampager. He's 1 green, but when he enters the battlefield, you have to pay 2 if you can't return into its owner's hand, and you get 2 energy. You get an energy. He's a 3/4. Like, he's nice as a promo and all, but I don't like him. Too slow. Even though you could get like, I've got faster energy cards. I've got faster ones. I've got thriving stuff. Oh, and I've got some other stuff. Oh, I've got some new stuff. I'm modding my energy deck so much. It's fun. Take out the trash. Put in the somewhat alright cards, I guess. From what I saw, right. First, we have the Demolition Stomper, 6 generic artifact vehicle, crew fire 10 is a 10/7. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Next up is Era of Innovation. It's an enchantment. When an artifact or artificer enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, get 2 energy, pay 6 energy, and sacrifice Era of Innovation to draw 3 cards. Next up is a Aerial Responder, 2 white, 1 generic, flying lifelink, vigilance 2/3 creature. Not bad. Lastly, we have an artifact, a Deadlock Trap. Pretty naff. Enters the battlefield tapped. When Deadlock Trap enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Tap it and pay 1 energy and tap target creature or planeswalker. Its activate abilities can't be activated this turn. It's a good way to chunk down a planeswalker that they just sort of get out. If it's getting big, you just sort of like, oh, look, chunk it down. You can't use its effects. Next pack. Just tap it. Boom. It's useless. Right. Oh, I'm getting tired now. So I got the pre-release packs left. I'll finish them off, and then we'll call it a night. We now have a 1 black, 2 generic instant creature your opponent control get -1/-1 until end of turn. This is useful. It's an instant. You can destroy tokens. It's a token destruction. If you're facing against a Brea, you just notice, oh, look, they're getting a lot of 1/1 Thopters. No, sorry. In response, boom. Gone. Also useful for a lot of artifact decks. Longtusk Club. I love this card. I flipping love this card. He just keeps getting bigger and bigger. He is one of the main staples in my standard deck. So whenever he deals damage to a player, combat damage to a player, you get 2 energy. And at any time, you can pay 2 energy and put a +1/+1 counter on Longtusk Club. He starts off as a 2/2, but yeah, I think the highest I got into was a 13/13. So yeah, not too shabby. Next is a Speedway Fanatic. Another, just this is a staple in a vehicle deck. He has haste, and whenever he crews a vehicle, that vehicle gains haste until end of turn. He's a 1 red, 1 generic, 2/1. He's just a staple. You need him. You need him for the small vehicles. And finally, our rare card is Saheeli's Artistry. Choose one or both. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact. Create a token that's a copy of target creature, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Has your opponent got a good artifact? Oh, well, look at this. I might put some vehicles into Brea as well. Might look at some good ways to mod her. But yeah, that's Saheeli's Artistry. That's it of the Kaladeshi cards. Now on to the Aether Revolt cards. Oh. I'm really curious on what I've got coming here. Put them out. Oh my god. No. No, I've seen what I've got on this one. I'm saving this till last. No. I'm saving that till last. I got something really nice. Something that I really wanted. Oh, another Tezzeret emblem. I already have one. Actually, you know what? What I'll do? I'll leave that card aside. Let's do this. First up, we have a Gifted Aetherborn. It's a vampire, 2 black. Death Touch Lifelink 2/3. After him, we have a Hidden Stockpile enchantment. A black and a white. Revolt at the beginning of your end step. If a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature. Pay 1, sack a creature, scry 1. Illusionist Stratagem. It's blue, 3 generic. Exile up to 2 target creatures you control and then return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. Draw a card. That helps Revolt triggers. Nanam Renegade. There's a 1 green. Death Touch, Revolt. And enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn. Next up is a Maverick Thopterist. Has Improvise. It's a... sorry. It is a... Is it? and 3 generic. It has improvise, it's 2/2 human artificer, and when it enters the battlefield, create 2 colorless, 2/1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens. Next up, we have a Deadeye Harpooner. It's a white and 2 gen, 2/2 revolt. When it enters the battlefield, if permanent controlled, left the battlefield this turn, destroy a tap creature an opponent controls. Finally, the rare we have is a Walking Ballista. It's XX. So you claim a certain amount for the first X and a certain amount for the second X. Well, actually, you have to pay minimum of 2, but you can pay any amount of X. So so the minimum you can pay is 2, but you could pay all your mana, summon him. Oh look, minimum 2. Oh no, I've got more than that, and he becomes big. Last 2 packs, and then we get on to the sweet little fun guy. So get rid of fodder. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. That dice went somewhere. That dice definitely went somewhere. I think it went underneath the chest. I'll get it after the video. It is not a problem at the moment. So now we have another airdrop, Aeronauts. Another dead Eldritch. Another Scavenger Scuttler. And another Hope of Girapur. Next up, in the final pack, I'm just going to put out all the ones that we've come across before. So I have another Gonti's Machinations and another Kari Zev Skyship Raid. And other than that, we have here a Servo Schematic. It's 2 gen. When it enters the battlefield or is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Servo artifact creature token. And finally, we have an Invigorated Rampage. 1 red, 1 Jenny, instant. Choose 1. Target creature gets +4 and +4/+0 and trample until end of turn. Or 2 target creatures each get +2/+0 and trample. So you can either buff 1 super creature or 2 other creatures and trample. And now here's... I'm so glad I cracked this on camera. I'm really excited for this final one. I'm really excited for this final one. Because I got an Ajani Unyielding. Planeswalker, Ajani, Mythic. One white, 1 green. Can't remember for life of me what that combination is actually called. 4 Jennies. And reveal the top card. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all non-land permanent cards revealed this way into your hand. And rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Minus what two? His -2 is exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power, and its ulti is put 5 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, and 5 loyalty counters on each other planeswalker you control. So he goes in a planeswalker deck, and boom, 5 counters. That could be the difference between an ulti or not. Anyway, I think Ajani is a perfect way to end this video. I'm going to open these bundles off camera because it's getting late and I'm tired. No other reason. But yeah, pulling the Ajani on camera, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. All right, I'm just going to just say, leave it here. Be sure to check out the other Magic the Gathering videos. I'm still tiny. I change that and then speak. Because, see, that's how tired I am. I'm not thinking properly. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please be sure to check out the other videos on the channel. We don't just cover Magic the Gathering from me. The usual host, Ethan, he covers Cardfight Vanguard mostly, if not solely. But other than that, thank you guys very much for watching. I have some other Aether Revolt videos up on this channel with the 2 Planeswalker packs and just the few pack cracks. Be sure to give it a look. If you like the video, like it. Feel free to subscribe to great. I can't remember the name of the channel now. Brave Time Leap. Sorry, this isn't my usual channel. It's my friend's channel. I just do some videos for him every so often. But yes, please subscribe to Brave Time Leap and have a lovely day, everyone.